Now, you do, because I've also dated women. I don't know, maybe I could just, like, because it's kind of like a sequel to the last post that's like that. But maybe we can try this one, like, woman to woman. What's the worst, like, what's one sentence that a woman said to you? Well, how about we just say, what's one sentence anybody has said to you that you'll never forget? I don't know. This one for me is like, because I've dated women, and like one of the things I was talking about today was what they said. And my ex and me and her, like, in 2014, we were like talking marriage. Even though we were both with other people, but like we were gonna leave our men for each other because we felt more love with each other, so I thought or whatever. But she's like, because I'm on disability, I'm disabled, I know I don't physically look like it, but do I have to go on and explain? Anyways, she was like, you can't provide for me. So yeah, a lot of people would say that stuff. And like, I've had people say stuff like that. This is really hard because, like, I'm also, my throat chakra, I always struggle with it being open. I'm just not gonna, like, add the thing on top of it. Like, go to the other video. You can even add whatever out. Just whatever you want to say, I guess. Or make your own. I don't know. I'm a little all over the place. But yeah, so it's really hard. It's really hard to talk about your trauma sometimes. Sorry, this is fucking. When I was doing so well, mostly what I was doing was talking about my present, current events, so that's probably why. And now I don't really need to do that as much. Although I did just make a big old writing post about it. So, yeah. It's like, collectively, we're all being like, hey, you gotta deal with your trauma. And there's no hiding from it. There's no distractions or anything. Also, like, my other post with my writing post, it was like, my gifts are enhancing, and so it's very intense. I've had a lot of moments that I don't want to be here because it's so intense, and I be feeling other people's stuff, like I said. And another thing on top of that, I can tell when somebody's going to pass, or like usually it's the animals. Like the first time I did that was my cat Mittens, and I kept feeling it by being like, it was weird. I could feel it. I'd be like, almost like before it happened. It was weird. Almost like it had already happened. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if I felt the shock waves I was talking about, but it was like, I had this cat stroller, and I'd take her and Sammy, my other cat that I had, for a walk in it, and we'd be too close, or not. We live close to a busy street, and I would be like so afraid, like, oh my god. Like, I'd be like really anxious about him, being as careful as possible to not like let go of it or anything, and I'd be like thinking these intrusive thoughts that are like, what if she got out, blah blah blah. And it was weird. And I didn't worry about that with Sammy because, like, not that I wouldn't have missed it, you know what I'm saying, but it was like I was picking up on that happening in months ahead, because I was like, or maybe a few months, I don't know, because I kept thinking, like, it was gonna hurt when she leaves, because when she's gone, because she was my emotional support. My first one, before I even knew what the hell that was, she kind of appointed herself that. Then it happened in May of 2021. She got hit by a car, so I felt that. And then I started feeling that kind of with my son's cat that I had. I don't know if he's still alive, but I gave him to my ex, and like one day he was there, and then when he got home from work that day, he wasn't there, so he didn't know, and I don't know. I didn't feel it as strongly. I don't know. I can also connect to animals, like one time my son's cat, like that same cat. I had moved a litter box last year to a different spot, and I felt him, and I heard his like thoughts, like, you know, he's gonna go. He's like, he started going over to where the litter box used to be, and then I felt him be like, oh wait, no, that's not where it is, and turn around and go where it is. It was so crazy, because most people would probably see an animal, the cat, just like, okay, yeah, they're going over there, and then not realize. I don't know, I just felt it. I don't know how to explain it on a deeper level. And then I don't know why sometimes the neighbors, I think it's the downstairs ones, be banging, and they do that like almost every day, and I don't know what it is. It sounds like they be hanging up stuff every day. I don't know. Sometimes. We're on the 3rd floor. So, yeah, anyways, this one might be a little touchy. Also, that's triggering the hell out of my PTSD. Like, any type of loud banging noise. There was a time that I lived next to, when I first moved in there with my kids and my youngest daughter's dad, back in Nebraska, the income-based places, the ones that I owed money to. I think it was the first neighbors that we had there, like the first, yeah, there was them. I don't know, like the kid, I don't know if the child had some issues or what, but there was like always sound like they were bouncing off the walls, and it triggered me so bad, like my PTSD. I know kids sometimes they have those issues, but it was like, it's hell for both of us. Here's this other thing, the same thing that I was just talking about. This is like really rambly, and I'm sorry, I guess. 2 years ago, and I have posted that very picture with the last time I posted pictures of my brother. But like when Betty White passed away, I looked into her, like the last picture they had of her, and I just saw like the way her eyes looked, and I was like, that. And then like that was like the year, it was 2021, right? And it was like December 2021. It was like 3 years ago. And then, well, not long, in January of 2022, my brother took a picture like that, and I was looking at his eyes, and I was like, his eyes look very similar to hers, and I'm like, and then it's like, sometimes I can feel it, like I can feel somebody's not gonna live much longer, and I wonder sometimes if I pick up on it with like other people in my family, but I think it passes, just like different timelines or whatever. It doesn't, you could do that, like being psychic or whatever, you'll be picking up on the current energy, and it can always change because you can always take different timelines or whatever. Alright, I'm going to make it